Time to check in with our lizard overlords. What are they up to? Well, this.
Is this the worst hour now?
Are we done our first hour?
Yeah, we're into our worst hour now.
Keep your expectations of this episode low. Starting the worst hour now, I feel like we've crossed into like maybe not great content hour.
Welcome to our worst hour.
Bobcat called me today and said my hitch for my 3-point mower was ready. And I don't own a 3-point mower, nor have I ordered anything from Bobcat. So I just didn't respond. I didn't call him back to let him know. So someone out there, your hitch is in, but Bobcat thinks it belongs to me.
When you said that, I was you bought something from Bobcat?
No, I didn't.
Look, I'm pretty sure that you were never buying anything from them again.
Yeah. Although
Oh, no,
the
you
guy
bought the MT.
Yeah, yeah. That was the last of my money that they're gonna get.
Mm,
Unless I have to buy a track for some reason, which is probably likely. We bought a single track a couple weeks ago. I said, do I have to
really?
buy both? They said, no, you can buy one. I said, then I'm buying one.
Why didn't you replace both? It seems like you would just replace both of them.
It was only, I think, 200 hours old. Like one
Oh,
of the bars slipped out or something like that.
mm,
It was just pooch. So, do you guys remember that wall I did last year for not a lot of money, in between
yeah.
two houses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the guy called me last week, didn't answer. Text me this week, didn't want to answer. His neighbor is complaining that she is nervous in the winter that she's going to drive over the wall into the lower parking lot. They want to know if there's anything I can do about it. Uh, if you put another course of wall on top of it, or you can put a railing. And oh, well, we already spent all this money. And I don't know how you tell somebody that they didn't, in fact, spend a lot of money on something. Like, because it's all relative, right? Like, to them, $14,000 is a lot of money. In my landscape career, that is, in fact, not a lot of money, especially for a wall that holds up a driveway for 50 feet or so. Um,
Why is it your responsibility that she feels like she's going to drive off the wall?
well, it's not, but they want me to solve this problem for them again.
For free.
Um, I told them I'd put a price to it because I'm sure shit not going to add another course to the wall for free. It's
Well, you got to get the coping out, and it's paved up to the coping, though, isn't it?
no, we just put another cap right on top of the cap block.
Oh, and glue it. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. It's not likely not going to go anywhere. Not unless you hit it with your car, you know. But um,
Are they acting like, just out of interest sake, are they acting like it's your fault that this happened?
no, but I could see them reaching for it, you know. Like they're not saying, "Hey, this is your fault. This wall isn't high enough." Because I explained to them, this is the price for the wall. This gets us this high. This much has to be embedded. This is how this works. And okay, everything's good. After the fact, of course, you forget that conversation, right? And oh, well, if the wall was a little bit higher, yeah, well, if you spent another $2,000, it could be a little higher, but you didn't
Did
then.
you offer them the higher wall?
When? At the time?
Yeah.
No, because they said the original was sufficient. The original price and the original design were
Do you
sufficient.
think you're responsible for this woman's hopes and fears forever because you built a wall in their driveway?
No, no, no.
I
I
feel
am,
a bit like you're taking, like, their expectation is that because you built a wall in their driveway, you are now responsible for this woman's hopes and fears forever when it comes to anything to do with that driveway.
Now, when you add a course to it, she's going to fear next winter that she's going to hit the wall.
yeah, that's what I said. You put another 8 inches on this wall and you're opening your car door into the wall. I said, well, she has an SUV, so her door is a little higher. What's here, guys? Like, what the fuck do I do here? Like, this isn't my problem anymore.
No, it's
Like,
absolutely not your problem. You built what you were asked to build.
yeah. And the wall looks flawless. It looks great. It does what it's supposed to do. It's not my fault you bought a house that is 2 feet higher than your neighbors on the driveway side, and you only have a single car driveway.
I
Like,
know. I
how often do people stay in their homes? Move. Move if it's that big a deal. People move all the time. I will leave this house tomorrow if I don't like something here.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, I'm not a
Oh,
maybe.
I think it's realistic. Like if you built the wall to the specs that you were contractually obligated to build the wall to,
Yeah.
someone's fear of driving off the wall, someone's perhaps you could almost argue a rational fear of driving off the wall. You know what they should do? Put a pot there. Email them and say, go to
40 feet of pots just down the top of the
yeah,
wall.
go and get a bunch of clay pots and put them there.
They were trying to spitball ideas off each other and like, what if we put those parking curbs on top? Yeah, that's gonna look fucking great. Like, are you
Probably more
serious?
expensive than another course of wall.
Yeah, like sure, whatever, whatever, dude. And
Has
then
she, has she come close to driving off the wall?
I don't know. I haven't been there to watch.
Well, no. Did they say there was a close call and we
No,
need to address
no.
this?
She still feels uncomfortable. Is so maybe there was, but I don't know.
Tell her to get a lift kit on the SUV. Then she could just drive off the 2 foot wall and drive back over it. Wouldn't matter. She needs a better suspension. That's really the problem.
She needs a new house. I'm telling you, just move.
You should bring that up.
Why don't you just
Go
move?
to a meeting and be like, probably the easiest way to solve this problem is if you move.
Yeah, cheaper. The clothing costs are cheaper.
You should do it before Carney taxes your capital gains.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Get out there
We
and
can't move. We just put in a new heat pump. I'm getting 4 heat pumps in the next 2 months.
really?
Yeah, I'm getting two at the cottage and two at the apartment.
Two at the what?
The cottage.
What about the apartment?
Yeah,
Is that the apartment at the yard?
yeah, yeah.
How much is a heat pump? Like how
I
much
don't
is
know.
Carney making off a heat pump?
I have no clue. We're bartering with my gas guy. He needs his pool surround redone.
Okay. So you
So
think the pool surround's worth 4 heat pumps?
hopefully more.
I don't know. How much is a heat pump?
I don't know. They can't be more than 2 grand a piece.
What
They
what
don't sound expensive.
what are you 100% basing that? I bet
Nothing.
there's no way that
Nothing.
There's no way that Carney and Brookfield sell anything for 2 grand. Heat pump
Gonna help
cost.
your stock too.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the cost of a good heat pump. Lease this one is leased to own your heat pump, Chad.
Oh
So
no.
this thing is fucking 2 grand.
No, but yeah, but you can do that with hot water tanks too. They try and get you to lease your hot water tank. What does ChatGPT say? ChatGPT. Uh, oh,
A lot of this depends on the size of the heat pump. Okay, so under 1,000 square feet, the heat pump can be $3,500 to $5,500. Likely, it would have minimal duct work.
yeah.
1,500 to 2,000 square feet, the heat pump can be up to $12,000. You're gonna owe this guy money after you've done this fucking pool surround.
Well, maybe I'll get less heat pumps then.
Over 2,500 square feet, the heat pump can go up to $15,000, Chad.
Yeah, the apartment. The one heat pump will probably do both the house and the cottage then, if they were in the
How,
same place.
I was gonna say, how can you like
Can I get
transport the
half a
heat?
heat pump here and a half a heat pump there?
Your pool surround's only worth a half a heat pump.
No. No.
Why did you think heat pumps were 2000?
I bet they are.
How much of the 5500 for the under 1,000 square foot heat pump do you think is lining directly into Carney's pocket?
Uh, Not probably enough. He's worth what, 8 billion?
6.8 billion. That's his net worth.
Hmm. I want to tell you how my uh Brookfield is doing.
How's the Brookfield doing? How much Brookfield did you buy?
Not a lot, because I forgot about it after. I own 2.498 shares.
How much
100.
is this?
Okay, since we talked about it, do you want to know how much I made?
How much have you made?
$14.44.
So how much has it gone up? That's a
Uh,
lot on two. You have
7.86%
7%. Wow.
in.
7.6. You can might as well round that up to 8. This is a place for investment advice.
That's a lot. Like that is
That's substantial.
considering. Like I put in $200, not even what, 3 weeks ago, and I made $14 from it. That's substantial. And they're saying it's down right now, like by a lot. In the like at the end of the day, it's down. And this past week it was down, but before that it was up. So anyway, it says it's up 14% this month.
It's up 14% this month. Since
Yeah.
Carney got elected, Brookfield is worth 14% more.
Yeah.
I'm a savvy investor if I was investing.
Yeah.
I'm not, but let's say I was. I could be raking it in. Now it's going to go up even more because you're buying 4 heat pumps. Do you realize you're going to drop about 20,000 on heat pumps?
Uh, well then the price of the pool surround just went up.
Why did
That's
you
the terrible thing about a barter. Like nobody wins. You're just fucking jacking prices on each other until you're both comfortable with how much you're getting for your work.
so why do you need heat pumps? Why can't you just get some standard ass heating?
I have baseboard heating in the cottage, so we're gonna get rid of that. And we have a fireplace and a gas furnace, and we may need one heat pump to get things moving. The apartment has just baseboard heat.
Didn't you live there?
Yeah, I did before
You survived with baseboard heat. Why does someone else need better heat?
because I'm paying the electrical bill
Why aren't you charging the person in the apartment for the electrical bill?
because he's my employee and he's on a limited income. There's no way around this. If I make it more cost effective to heat it, I win in the long run.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
We're
agree.
wheeling and dealing all sorts of things. I got a C can for Nick, our fencing contractor. We gotta paint that, put it in front of his cage, and then he's got a tool shed. So he's gonna give us some money for that every month. And we got another guy looking at the last cage next week. Some
How many
concrete
cages are there?
free.
What's
So
it cost for a cage?
$500 a month.
That's pretty good. How big is a cage?
40 by 40.
That
It,
seems pretty fair.
it's not the best deal in town, but our added value is a lot better than the other guys. Like you
What's
can
the
use our
what's the
loader
what's the
and
best deal in town?
I think it's like $400 a month and their spaces are a little bigger
Why did you make them 40 by 40?
because we're at the time we were the only ones doing it. There was no like that math worked out for the space and no one around us was doing it, but people here is happy. Our other landscaper is happy. They get to dump at the yard. Everything's close. They got a machine if they need to load or unload stuff. Got
I feel like
topsoil for them.
this feels like those are good value adds.
It's yeah, it's the little things, right? We're personable. We like to help out when we can.
You are a super personable guy. You know,
Not really.
I-
Like, don't catch me on fucking Facebook Marketplace, but um yeah, I don't know. I'm choosy with people. But
Mike,
Yep.
do you still work in Kitchener?
Yep.
Okay. We were debating that while you were all gone,
Whether I still work there?
whether you're still working in Kitchener.
Say
And
about
and,
60% still comes there.
and we were wondering if you'd ever put renting an apartment into your spreadsheet so that you didn't have to come home every night.
I thought about it. I've got places that I can stay there if I want to, but
hmm.
it did cross my mind last year when you were talking about renting Airbnbs and stuff, but I don't know. I like the idea of coming home.
I like the idea too. I don't disagree with you. Yeah. I like the idea of was just wondering if you'd ever done the math in your spreadsheet for saying, fuck it, we're just going to get an apartment in Kitchener
Oh, and just rent for seasonally. No, I don't work there enough to make that make sense.
to rent, like just to rent a. Is there any like camping grounds near? Because the cheapest thing to do would be to buy yourself a house trailer and then just, these campgrounds are like 2,500 for the season or something. And then just stay in the house trailer and then you got cheap rent all year.
Not a bad idea.
And then you also, if they have a beach volleyball court, you could always bust out some beach volleyball as well.
I know Pusledge Lake would be probably the closest campground, which is in Guelph.
How far away is that from Kitchener?
It's still like a half an hour drive,
How far do you drive?
about an hour.
So where's the other 60% of your work?
Mississauga down to Oakville. I would say that's probably the biggest chunk. The thing is, like where I am, even going to Mississauga is like a 40-minute drive. There's
So,
no there's no
so
easy way around it.
no, so you might as well go to Kitchener,
Yeah,
where you at least have better connections to get product and stuff.
exactly.
And now you're gonna get it. Now you could get a bounder like on Breaking Bad.
What's a bounder?
It's an RV. It's called a
Oh,
bounder. Could get an RV. You could break bad in landscaping, living in the trailer park.
yeah. Maybe I could set up a second business if I had a bounder.
Probably. Did it rain in Kitchener today?
Yeah, we've been getting hammered, and we're supposed to get hammered tonight. It's got two jobs I need to do poly sand on.
That's not happening this week.
No, or even like next week. Next week's looking bad too, except Monday, Tuesday maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I mean poly sand bad, not like unworkable bad.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, fuck Big Daddy Carney and his fucking saving the planet. Like, I'm already done with this guy and his saving the planet. Can we get back to the global fucking warming? Like, honestly, I love global warming because it cuts down on rain and bullshit. And for me, yeah, it's showing 5 to 10 Wednesday, one
Yeah,
millimeter every day, 5 to 10 Wednesday. Fucking Big Daddy Carney. Friday 10 mil. It's showing a millimeter of rain every single day until next Saturday, the 31st.
yeah.
And then on the Monday, 10 to 15 mil. And then it shows rain every day. Like it literally shows rain every fucking day. That's crazy. This start of this season sucks.
Yeah, this season has been dog shit.
So Kelly put me in charge of hiring people because we were looking for one person. So we ran an Indeed ad for 36 hours and got 290 resumes.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I started going through them and I found some people that seemed somewhat qualified. And so one of the people I found that was qualified, I thought, oh, so I did what Kelly does. And I just opened Facebook and I just looked them up. And the
Mhm.
one guy's Facebook picture was him with a straight brim hat with a bandana covering most of his face, holding a gun. I was like, "You're not getting hired. I'm good."
Jesus Christ. I've had
But
those guys apply.
the job he was doing, according to his resume right now, was a dishwasher at Eastside Mario's. And I thought to myself, most gangsters don't wash dishes at Eastside Mario's for the last 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Is this for a driving position?
No, this
Oh,
is for a
okay.
labor position. Yeah, no, this is a labor position. Just for we have an ad running for a driver position, and the first thing in the ad is says like, "How's your pitching arm?" Because if you can whip a phone at my head more accurately than the last guy, we're not hiring you. Anytime we're hiring drivers now, I am absolutely interviewing them on their throwing skills. Because if you can throw things accurately, you will not work here. Because I don't need my head getting impaled by a phone. I did interview one driver guy. He seems like a nice guy. He's got to get on. We got to see if he can get on insurance though, and that so far hasn't been. He hasn't gotten on yet. So, and I emailed a few people that never emailed me back, and I'm like, "Why'd you send me a fucking resume?"
Maybe AI sent you the resume.
When we put up the driver's ad, the first person to apply for it, the driving
The
jobs.
guy who threw the phone at your head?
No, not that guy. The guy who got released without cause.
Oh, no way.
The first person to reapply. Like, what are you
Wow.
on drugs? We released you without cause.
Well, maybe he got his ankle monitor off.
No, that's a different,
Oh.
totally different guy.
He can drive now. He's got his ankle monitor off.
Ankle monitor guy that got relieved without cause, guy that whipped a phone at my head.
Well,
A great
the ankle
collection of
monitor
people.
guy could work the night shift now if he's got the ankle monitor off.
I don't know. I don't know what the rules were for the ankle monitor.
Wasn't that part of it? He couldn't be somewhere until a certain time
He
because
had to be back in his house by 6 o'clock at night or something.
yeah, good luck doing the night shift then. Working
Yeah,
out of
I don't think there was going to be a no night shift for that guy.
town.
I
I
don't think.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We did this fucking 1 day driveway apron down the side of this guy's driveway last Friday. And it was an
The
old guy.
Bellagio.
What's that?
The Bellagio?
Yeah. He wanted piddly ass strips down the side of the fucking driveway. What do you need at 90 years old? Like how does this change your life at what first off, why are you repaving your driveway at 90 years old? Second off, why do you need strips down the driveway? Thirdly, why do you need a strip across the front of the driveway that we didn't discuss that you somehow threw in the fucking job?
Master negotiator.
Yeah, what a piece of shit. Anyway, he gets there, we start putting in the brick. He's pissed off because the brick isn't all the way to the grass, right? And I'm like, I have to put a retainer in there. I have to put a bead of concrete. He's like, nope. And he's fucking giving me attitude. I'm like, Jesus Christ. This job went through the asphalt guy who said the client was all right. The client is not starting out all right. It's a pain in my ass. Um,
I'm
and
trying to do this job properly.
I'm
Nope.
trying to do that. Yeah.
Nope. That's not
Yeah.
happening. Nope.
Yeah. And because the asphalt guys, when they do asphalt, they'll asphalt right up to the grass. The grass will be golden all along the edge of the asphalt because they
Yeah.
burnt the shit out of it, right? They don't give a shit. But me, I need something to retain the pavers. This
Yes.
guy's freaking, nope, that's not how you do it. I've never seen it done like that before. How many fucking times in your life have you seen brick paver aprons done? Probably not many. And I took him to the neighbors, and you can
Even
see this
even if he got one every, say from the age of 30, he got it done once every 10 years, that's still six
six
times.
times. He said, so I'm the asshole. I don't know, right? Not even
Oh,
a good
maybe.
landscaper. Follow my Instagram, not a good landscaper. Anyway, um, I take him to the neighbors. I say, you have two options here. You can have a bead of concrete, or you can have a plastic edging, and the neighbors is sticking right up, right? Almost to the top of the pavers. He's like, well, that looks cheap. I said, then we need to do the concrete. He goes, well, the grass isn't going to grow. Like, we did one down the road. The grass is growing just fine. It's like, we'll see about that. You fucking arsehole. Like, go back in your house and have a heart attack or something. Like, I'm sick of this fucking shit. And I'm doing the math on the way home, like, okay, the brick costs this much, and the sand costs this much, and the guys cost this much. And then this stupid brick down the front of the driveway that is free costs this much. And we have some, I went back to the yard to pick it up because we had some gray Villaggio for some reason in the boneyard. Get it back there. Color's not quite the same. Like, okay, guys, go sprinkle this in. They start picking bricks out earlier, up earlier in the pattern. So they're taking some out there, and we're putting them in
Because
we're moving
Bellagio's a
things around.
Bellagio's a bitch because there's 5 different sizes of it. So
It's
not only you can't just spray, you got to go find the right size and
Yeah,
pull it
but
out.
it's not that hard to do.
It's still shittier than if it was
So,
all just
so we
four by
picked,
eight.
yeah, we swapped out maybe three layers and stuff. I'm like, that'll teach him. And we got this speckled ass Bellagio paver apron. And then he gave I said, just give the check to the guys at the end of the day. And whenever the paving guy had given him the price, it was like 4,500 bucks or something like that, right? He didn't say 4,500 plus HST. So the fucking
Oh.
idiot wrote me a check for $4,500 without,
So
and so I'm eating.
do you just back out the HST or did you go back for the
No, I backed
HST?
it out. I'm just like, I'm done with this guy. I don't give a shit. I don't care if it falls apart now. Like, I'm like, I'm done with this fucking moron. He'll be dead in a year anyway. What does it matter? So, like, this is bull.
The
Every
NDL warranty. It's either 9 years or die.
No, I know the job's well done. Right? He's like, I want it well done. I want the job done right. But then listen to me, you knob. Like, I know I don't look like a person that does stuff right, but I built a whole fucking business on it, on doing shit right. So
Until this year,
until this year, yeah,
until 2025.
yeah, this is a year that eats me alive. So,
Yeah,
so
this
they
is the
get
year
like,
that
yeah, we'll make a quick 1,500 bucks or 2 grand or whatever, and then the profit's going down and down. I'm like, ah, I made $1,000. That's it. Doesn't seem like enough for the day.
it's better than losing $1,000.
Yeah, better than losing. And then I go into my brain, I'm like, yeah, but the other crew made this, and yeah, I did okay.
I priced trucking some. So a guy asked me for a price to truck 60 loads off a lot. So I priced it going to our fill site, and they said, "Yep, go ahead." And I thought, okay, well, like just calculating because it's all being done with broker trucks, right? I'm like, okay, we're gonna do okay on this. And then he texted me and said, "Oh, change of plans. 30 loads are going to this other place, and then 30 loads are going to go to your site." So he said, "Can you give me a price just for the trucking because this other site has no trucking, no dump fee because it's the developer owns both places." I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I calculated it out, and um, it worked out to $80 a load when I calculated it out. And I generally don't put anything in the trucks for less than 100 because there's just so much shit that goes wrong.
Yep.
But I was like, it's a new client and I really want to get the work. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll do it for $80 a load. They said, okay. So on the first day, it was a bit disorganized. And part of that was on me. I had like reversed the numbers on the address of the place that we were picking up the soil. So they were at least on the right road, just not at the right location. And then the GPS for some reason was leading us to this wrong place. Anyways, after the first load, I started calculating in my head what the three broker trucks would cost for the day versus how many loads I now felt like they would move. I was like, I think I'm going to lose about $150 a truck today. It's like, well, I've done worse things with $450 than this. So whatever, it was an experiment. It's going sideways. But in the end, uh, we made $80 a truck, which is absolutely not worth my time to organize it all and send the trucks. But at least we didn't lose any money doing it. So, because like Monday we had 7 triaxles running. Monday, Tuesday we had 7 triaxles running for us.
Wow.
Yeah. So the second day we went to our dump, so we did a bit better on it. But the first day I was like, well, I've lost money doing way stupider things than this. At least there was a chance I could have made money doing this, but we didn't lose anything. So whatever. Is what it is.
You guys want to end on a question here?
Sure. Bring on a fucking question.
Stefan asked. Oh wait, where did it go? Oh, okay. I thought this was like a riddle when he first asked me. It's actually, he just wants to know what you guys would ask. 2 people are claiming to be an expert in hardscaping in your field.
Not
One
me.
is and one is not. One is faking. What question do you ask to find the imposter? So what do you try to ask them to find out whether or not they are the expert in hardscaping or whether they're not?
I would say, so you're making a 25% margin? And if they say yes, you know they're the goddamn imposter. If they say no, I make between 7 and 9, I'd be like, oh, you know what you're doing.
Hmm.
Pretty easy to divide it up there. I uh I don't know. What's your input on this, Chad?
I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like that's more so if they're like a hardscape business owner, maybe not so much a hardscape
Oh, I didn't know
per.
we. Oh,
No,
this is
it doesn't matter. You can take it
okay.
however you want. Yeah.
So it's just a hardscaper.
No, it's just in whatever field. It's just expert in your field. So it could be trucking. Could be an expert in having employees throw phones at your head.
Yeah. If it's in trucking, you could just say, so Max Force is a great motor, eh?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not a trucker and I know that.
Well, I'm just saying, if someone says, "Oh yeah, it is a great motor," then you know that it's,
Ugh.
you really want to get a Western Star with a Mercedes, right? Yeah, yeah, Mercedes motor. No, you
Yeah,
don't.
Mercedes are great.
You
You're
absolutely
in
don't
fucking
want that.
Europe.
You absolutely don't want that. That
No.
is unsupported worst. Anyways, what would you ask, Mike?
I was thinking something polymeric sand related. Like
Mm,
and especially throw them off with that you know that sand, that polymetric sand, and see if
Volumetric.
they pick up on what I'm throwing at them.
that's fair. You could ask that. What's that polymeric sand? Why is this person trying to like source out a hardscaper?
No, this is Romex Stefan.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's asking so I asked him because I thought it was something we had to solve. I thought it was like a riddle. But no, he said that he'd probably ask, where in the base do you install weed fabric to stop weeds from growing through the base and polymeric sand?
Mm, fair enough.
That's pretty good.
Where would you install the weed? Well, you could ask. You could say, will the grass grow on the concrete edge? Do you want to run the night shift?
I'd ask them if they have experience with the brick stretcher
Oh yeah,
Mm,
the
or the
paver
sod
magnet,
stretcher. Yeah.
stone magnet.
Yeah. I don't know.
sod stretcher.
Did I tell you about that? We were going to be short a couple rolls, and I had one of the new guys call the brickyard and ask them for the sod stretcher. And the lady on the fucking phone ask the other guys in the brickyard if the sod stretcher was there for rent.
That's awesome.
Is the sod stretcher here for rent? What?
That's great.
So is the guy? Was the guy driving the Volkswagen Beetle convertible the same guy who had to take time off or whatever?
Yeah, or he didn't end up taking time off. Um, but yeah, that's the same guy. I don't want to
Same
get
guy?
into the personal
No. I was just
part of
asking if
it,
it was the
but yeah,
same guy.
same guy.
I wasn't getting into the personal part. I was just asking if it was the same guy.
Yeah.
I was like, because that guy seems like a happy guy.
Yeah, he comes to work with a great attitude all the time.
Well, he's driving a Volkswagen Bug convertible. How could you not?
So if it was raining on you and you were in the Volkswagen Bug convertible,
With the top down? Yeah. No, I was just asking if it was the same person.
yeah, same guy.
Because he seems like a happy guy.
Yeah, that's because he works for me. You don't get a better boss than me.
Well, no one threw a phone at your head last week,
Yeah.
so I thought I was being a pretty good person too. And the whole time I was a really shitty person to everybody. No one threw a phone at my head.
PK, how did you get employees that are so concerned about hitting production?
I don't know. I don't
Because
listen.
you
We
don't
don't.
incentivize them, right? There's no bonus structure for hitting.
No, but I think that we do have a lot of discussions about, you know, we're trying to work as a team to make everyone's life better. You know, when we're talking about stuff like, this is one that's come up recently is like greasing machines, taking better care of the equipment. You know, I, if we have to constantly buy new equipment, then that takes away from money that we could be giving to the staff, right? Raises, money, it's all part of a budget, you know. Um, I think they're I think in general, everyone that works for us understands quite simply that if the company's not making any money, that they won't have jobs. And that sounds ridiculous to say that, like to say it, oh, if the company's not making money, you won't have jobs. But there is a vast amount of people that are employees that could care less whether or not the company makes money and doesn't understand that if the company doesn't make money, they don't have jobs.
Yeah, but they always think they can go get another job, right?
There's absolutely that's true. There's a vast group of people that don't give a shit and they'll just bounce from job to job. I think that most of our people are long term and they do like one of our hydraulic fitted double nutted hydraulic, whatever you want to call it, hydraulic fittings on the 595 is leaking. So you need two wrenches, to push each way to tighten it. So I said to Ricky this week, I'm like, do you have two wrenches? He's like, I don't have two wrenches that big. I said, well, we should get a couple adjustables. He's like, oh, I don't want to spend that kind of money. I said, okay. I said, well, but you could keep them in the trailer and use them moving forward for other things or the same problem that will probably reoccur over and over again. And he's like, it's just a lot of money to spend. So I went and bought two $17 each adjustable wrenches because I felt like as a company, we could probably get those. But I think that everyone who works for us is, in general, pretty concerned about, we had to tire the casing, um, the casing of the front steer on Christie's truck collapsed. And so she went and got a new tire and was like fighting with them. Well, first of all, she fought with them to get the new tire. She got like $200 or $300 knocked off the new tire at a tire shop we don't even ever use. I just said because we sent pictures of the tire to Brad, and he was like, "Yeah, that needs to get changed now," because it was all ripply on the outside. Like, okay, that's not good. So she was down in Whitby. So I said, just go to the Cal Tire and get it changed. I don't care how much it costs. Like the front steer blowing and taking out the truck and killing you. First of all, you're dead. Secondly, the truck is trashed. So once we get past the fact that Christy's dead from the front steer blowing, then we'll start working on the fact that the $300,000 truck is destroyed. So she went down there and negotiated to get like two or $300 knocked off this tire at this place where we never go. And they fixed one of her drive tires for free. Like, and the whole thing all in with tax was $1,000, and it's like it's a good Hankook tire. Should have been like $1,500. Um, but then she also tried to get Kelly to go get the tire so that we could take it from the place that we bought that tire and get a warranty on it because the tire was only 3 or 4 months old. But that, I don't, maybe most people don't have people on their team that would go to that length to try to save money. I don't know.
Chad, do you have those guys, or do you have people that are concerned about hitting production, or is that something you had to?
No, I have to work on production with them because we've been dog shit. Partly my fault and partly because we're running 3-ton trucks whenever we should be running the tandem. But production has not been there. It'll improve a lot once we can get our own stuff to where we need it.
Did you put the other tandem back on the road?
No, I was going to. I'm just like, this other truck is like a week away. All right. It's got a hole in the muffler, so they gotta weld the muffler back. And then we can take it for emissions and then put it on the road if we need to. But then, I don't know. My buddy's gonna list it. He sells equipment all the time, and that'd be a good thing for him to sell. Probably sell it pretty quick. I don't have the patience for people. But
You're better to pay a broker and get a little bit less and not
Yeah.
deal with the fucking headaches.
that's exactly what I said, I want this much, you take whatever's after that. He's like, no, I'll do for free. I said, take it. This is what you do for a living. Make your money. Just get this thing out of my yard.
Yeah.
So
That's fair. Everyone should make money.
yeah.
I think with that, so like in terms of the product, like that job in particular, we set out like certain goals every night on the night shift. Like this is, like, let's try and get this far. Let's try and make this 3 nights. Let's try, like, we try to set out some production goals. I try to tell guys what we have in it. Like, hey, Jack allowed 3 days for this, and sometimes just because 3 days was allowed doesn't mean it wasn't a 5-day job. Mistakes are made in the, like,
Tracks fall off machines.
tracks fall off machines.
My problem is that if I tell the guys, I expect this to be done by the end of the day, to them, it doesn't mean work faster. It means work longer, which doesn't mean no fucking good. So instead of a 5 o'clock day, it's a 7 o'clock day or something. Because
It's better than going back the next day.
well, they would probably go back the next day anyway. But
Okay, I thought you were talking about like a close
no,
down.
like to finish up something, no. Generally
Okay.
wouldn't, but like it doesn't mean continue at your leisurely pace. It means fucking hurry up, let's go. Like, I'm still struggling with the fact that I do things so much faster than most other people could do them on the crew.
Well, when you turn 50, you don't have to worry about that fucking problem
Yeah,
because you do things much slower than everyone else on the fucking crew.
yeah.
So everyone else seems way better than you. It's great. And then you can spend all your time being depressed about the good old days, which is also super fucking fun.
One of the guys a couple weeks ago asked if we could buy them knee pads, which is fine, right? Get yourself knee pads if they're gonna work. I never had knee pads landscaping growing up.
I started wearing knee pads this week.
Did you?
I don't know what it is. My knees started hurting me.
Oh, I've had knee pads for years. I didn't have them when I was a kid, but I've worn them for at least 10 or 15 years. How old are you, Chad?
38.
How old are you, Mike?
30, 1990. So whatever that is.
So there's like
34. 34.
34. So maybe a little bit younger than you guys, 30, but I've been wearing them for a long time because I just couldn't physically, my knees were so fucked.
It has to be with goaltending, right? Because I found my knees over the years have gotten quickly worse and worse.
That and the other thing that was I when I was young, I worked on the sod crew for a long time. We used to lay like 3, 4 truckloads of sod a day. So you just be like, oh. We used to do soccer fields or we do like row housing. So there'd be like 50 houses to sod the backyards. And
Were you the cutter?
I was the guy laying the sod.
I don't lay sod on my knees.
We always had one guy laying and 5 guys carrying.
Oh no, everybody lays their own sod for us. You
Yeah,
drop it, kick it to roll it out, tuck it in with the side of your boot, on to the next one.
I don't know. I don't know. We always had, we used to have, when we did soccer fields, we'd have 2 or 3 guys laying in rows. And you'd put one guy that had tight corners with one guy that had loose corners on the next row so that the sod, they stayed straight. You didn't get them all fucking.
Hmm.
That's how we did it when I was a kid.
Yeah, there's more than one way to lay. Like every crew is different when it comes to laying sod. Like we do
Yeah.
a staircase, and then we worked with my partner's crew, and they couldn't understand the staircase to save their life.
Yeah.
It just you couldn't. You would draw it in the dirt, and they still wouldn't understand. Like then you go work over here, work at a part that's not connected to ours. Then
Mm.
so whatever.
Yeah. I remember we'd do like 4 or 5 truckloads a day with like 6 guys.
Yeah,
Be like 70, 80 skids a day.
yeah. I did 30 today. A lot of cutting though. So
That's a lot of sod still, man. That's more sod than I would want to do, 30 skids in a day.
yeah, there's 6 of them, 6 or 7 of them. A lot of cutting. They got it all done. Probably the first day we made money this year, like real money this year. Yeah.
I feel that
Like, and
tonight
then,
the
yeah,
night shift where the track has popped off twice now is not the most profitable shift.
my city has 3 inspectors and they're all new because the city inspector job doesn't pay enough to retain employees for more than 2 or 3 years. They all
Mm,
leave from the city to go to the counties on the outlying area, which is an easier job and pays more. Uh,
mm.
so we got this new guy. His name is Armpit or something, and like
So
sent
driving a Corolla.
he's probably driving a City of Cornwall truck, but
Mm.
his name is Armpit, and I just called the GC on the job and said, "Hey, get Armpit out here, measure the sod. I want to bill for this next week." No response. So we'll see how Armpit measures.
Is
It's
that the guy's actual name?
yeah, Armpit something. I never met the guy, but they just said his name is Armpit. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, his name is Armpit. Great. Can't wait to see how this fucking relationship goes.
I was somewhere today and there was a Corolla. It's like I can't remember who I was today. And there was a Corolla there. I was like, oh, is this guy got a side gig of fucking doing some compaction testing? Like, can't remember where the fuck it was, what I was doing. I just remember looking at it and being like, oh, the guy must be into compaction testing. He's got a fucking Corolla. Fucking
They were putting on this wall job that we're on. The GC's putting in gravel with the shovel, but they have no rake, right? So they're putting it in with the 30-ton shovel, just feathering it out in the bottom, and then hitting it with the big packer. Nobody's raking anything. Like we need compaction tests on that. Yeah, yeah, no problem. But if it's not level when it's packed, you're not getting a good compaction test.
No.
And they couldn't understand that concept. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, but you're packing in like waves and stuff. Like how does that
What are they using to pack it?
I don't know, whacker, one of the
Oh,
big
I
fat.
thought maybe they were using like a whole pack
No, no.
because that would be a GC thing right there.
Yeah, no, they had a packer and then someone took their packer. Then they rented another one and someone came and took that one. So
You
they have
stole it?
no, another crew had to take their
Oh,
packer.
okay.
So they lost two packers that day and they never had one rake for the whole company. And just
What are you doing there? Like watching them?
no, I'm having the meeting about how the hole was dug backwards and the high part is at the low part and the low part's at the high part. And some wall has no embedment and some place is 5 courses embedded. And this is the engineer drawing from Conperm. They're like, well, what would you do? It doesn't matter what I would do.
I'm not saying anything here.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not changing the plan. I'm not the engineer.
I'm not being liable for this.
Yeah.
What happened with the bollards?
Still not dug. I painted them out, but they're not dug.
Oh, okay.
So you painted them out?
Yeah. I said, Jeff, I'll give you an hour of my time. Let's paint this out. So we went into the trailer and I scaled it. And then he told me my scale was wrong. And then I told him, you figure this out. And they said, oh no, your scale is right. I said, I know.
How can your scale be wrong?
Because it said 1 to 400, but he's like, the drawings aren't printed at scale,
Why
right?
the fuck would you
I'm
print
like,
them
why
then?
are they in here then? I said, every drawing in the cabin should be to scale.
Fucking right.
It should be in a different color paper that says not to scale, like do it on yellow or something, not to scale drawings go on a different
Who
color.
prints unscalable drawings?
Apparently the GC does. But anyway, he's like, are you sure your scale's right? Yes, my scale's right. But I'm not taking responsibility for this. We already had this discussion. This is out of the kindness of my heart. So he's
And
like,
my
well,
heart's not that kind.
my heart's not that kind. I bill for everything. My partner
I
doesn't, so you're getting the soft side of me here.
I don't have a kind heart.
No,
And I
honey.
don't want to be responsible for your fucking electrical bollards.
Yeah. And I mean, I scaled it, everything looked good. We went out, painted it out. He's like, yeah, this looks right. So yeah. It's as close as you get. And if it's not, I'll make the landscape close. Like you'll
What's the
never
schedule for the bollards?
I don't know. I messaged them Tuesday and I said, hey, it's really important that you get that courtyard underway because as soon as the wall's done, we're moving on to that courtyard. And if it's not done, we're leaving. So
And what did they say?
nothing. They didn't even respond. But at least it's documented, right?
You need to have a poll plan.
Yeah. So whenever I leave after this wall is
Hmm.
built, she said, where are you going? I said, well, I told you I needed this ready. And if it's not ready, even by one day, I'm going to go start something else.
I don't have time to burn. It's 2025. I got to go lose money on a different job.
Yeah, I need to lose money somewhere else.
I've lost enough money on this job.
Continue to do it here. Yeah.
I cannot continue to lose money here, bro, with your fucking bollards.
Yep.
All right, are you guys ready for bed?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I gotta edit
Okay.
this.
All right, bedtime. Mike's got to edit it. He's going to launch this shit late. He's going to forget tomorrow. He's got fucking get to Kitchener. He's too cheap to get a fucking trailer and a fucking trailer park and fucking stay there so he can do a better job on this podcast he doesn't get paid for. That's the end of the podcast.
Thank you for watching. Ooh. Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks.